welcome to episode 2 of Cooking with Corbs with my pal, Corb and us.
Oh, yeah, about that. Sorry, guys. I'll just go try to find him. Thanks, Bob. You really helped. Hey, guys, what up?
Tell the peeps what we're going to make today.
We're gonna make some hot crosses bunnies.
We're going to make some hot cross buns. Bunnies.
Hot bunnies. Since it's Easter, we have to call them hot cross bunnies.
We've never made hot cross bunnies before, so you're going to learn along with us. Okay, so let's get started. Let's wash our hands. First step is to add 3/4 of a cup of warmed up milk. You don't need to warm it up too much. I put this in the microwave for probably 30 seconds. All right, Corb, so can you add that to the bowl? Perfect. Next, we need to add 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. We heard that yeast is hard to find at the grocery store right now, so hopefully you have some yeast at home. 1. Perfect.
And you want to sprinkle it.
You do.
You want to do it like that. You do not want to do it like that.
I think he's right. All right, you also want 1 teaspoon of sugar to activate the yeast.
So it should look like diamonds, all like diamonds in the sky.
Okay, so Corbin is going to whisk that up. And then we're just going to let it sit for 5 minutes to activate, and then we'll add some other things to it.
What do you call a fish with 10 eyes?
I don't know.
A fish!
Okay, so we let this rise for 5 minutes, and the yeast has done its thing. It's all puffed up. Corbs is going to show you what it looks like.
Oh yeah, that's it, boy.
Okay, so the next thing we need to do is add brown sugar. We've got, how much do you remember?
Half a cup.
Yeah, half a cup of brown sugar.
So
you can just dump it in.
I'm trying to...
We've got 5 tablespoons of butter. They're cut into a few smaller pieces. We have this fancy little butter measure thing, which is real easy for measuring out real little devices, little amounts of butter. But you could also,
cut it up.
It's 70 grams, you could weigh it. I don't know, do what you need to do. So you can just dump them all in.
These things are really high tech. These, whatever these things are called, are so high tech.
You mean the plate?
Yeah, they're super high tech.
All right.
So you can't even move it. So high tech.
Half a teaspoon of vanilla.
Extract.
Wait. It's worth its weight in gold, this stuff. Let me back at it. We're gonna do 2 eggs. You don't even need this. All right. 1. Nice.
Sweetie scores.
2 eggs. Look at that. He didn't get any shells in there. It says 1 teaspoon of salt. 1 1/4 teaspoons of cinnamon. Okay, now nutmeg. You probably just have ground nutmeg, but we have these little nutmegs. So grate that maybe. You want 1/2 teaspoon. So if you lay it flat across, then you can just grate on there. He's gonna do that about 10 times or 20 times. Okay, now we need to add 1 cup of flour.
1 cup. Are you absurd?
Am I absurd? You're absurd.
I'm crazy? That sounds...
Alright, so add that in and then put it on the mixer. We're going to beat on low for 30 seconds.
Bottom
Scrape it down.
Yeah, it's really something.
Okay, so now we're going to scrape it down and add the remaining flour, which is a total of 3 1/2 cups of flour. And we've already added 1 cup. So how much more do we have to go?
2 1/2.
2 1/2 cups of flour. So give it a scrape first. Okay.
Pick up peanut shells. I'll have to leave that up to you.
The recipe calls for 1 cup of raisins. Tell these guys what we use instead of raisins.
Craisins.
Yeah, it's a mix that has like some raisins and some craisins and
some stuff.
Maybe some mango or pineapple or something, a little dried fruit mix. I soaked it in some apple juice to make it a little bit plumper. 1 cup. You could maybe soak it in some rum. Or if you're an adult, which I am, scrape the whole thing.
I did.
No, didn't do it.
Oh.
So we've scraped the bowl. We're adding another 2.5 cups of flour and our craisin mix. We added the flour, and now we're going to add the drained cup of dried fruit.
Woo! In goes the ball with the whisk.
Then on the mixer, we're going to mix it for 2 minutes.
This goes
Until a little sticky and soft. Beat on medium speed until the dough comes together and pulls away from the sides of the bowl. Okay, so after 2 minutes, it's not really pulling away from the side of the bowl. So we're going to add a tablespoon of flour at a time until it seems a bit sticky.
This is lame-o, this part.
Okie doke. We ended up switching to the dough hook, and we ended up adding another 6 tablespoons of flour, and it's still not really pulling away from the sides of the bowl. So we're gonna try to knead it by hand, see if that helps. So
It's not pulling away.
Come on over.
It's not pulling away.
So we're gonna put a little bit of flour on the counter, and we're gonna dump this out, and Corbs is gonna try kneading it. All right. So sometimes when you knead stuff, it's nice to have your hands a tiny little bit greasy. So I'm gonna give you a tiny little bit of oil on your hands. Okay, so,
I made a little guy.
So
I made a little face.
okay, this still feels actually pretty good now. I think it just needed to come out of the pan. So push, fold, and push. Fold, push.
I'm not crazy.
Okay, I think we're done with this dough. It's a bit sticky. Your hands stick to it a little bit, which I think is usually good for a dough. So we'll see how this works out. So we're gonna put a little bit of oil into this bowl. We're gonna dump that big ball into the bowl.
I'm gonna plop it in there.
See, it sticks to his hands a little bit. It's still a bit sticky, but
Just over
I think that's the way we want it. Okay, we're gonna cover this with a layer of saran wrap. And then a clean towel over top by my wonderful assistant. And we're gonna let it sit until it is doubled, which is about 1 or 2 hours. Hi, we're back. It's been about 1 hour and 45 minutes. Where did we go?
We went cross-country skiing.
We went for a cross-country ski. It's now after 4 o'clock, so I got me a little wine.
A lot of dough.
Corbs is gonna punch the dough down. There we go, that's it. 1 punch is all we need. That kind of deflates it.
I did too.
Well, he did too. That's okay. We're gonna dump it onto here. We're each gonna put a little bit of oil. We're gonna rub this oil around. I'm gonna put mine in a cast iron pan. We're each gonna do 8 buns. He's got his in a panny pan.
An
actual pan.
No,
I'm gonna cut this in half with this bench scraper. And now we're each gonna make 8 little buns.
And mine are gonna be better.
You know what I'm gonna do is cut mine in half, and then in half. How many times do we have to cut it to make 8?
Well, everyone has to be in half and half and in half. Well, imagine you took the whole thing and you just put the whole, you punched it twice and then you put it just like the rest. You didn't even cut it up in here. Just like
1 giant hot cross bun. For the biggest man in the world. All right, I've got mine done. 8 little balls. So now we're gonna rise them again. That's the thing about these yeasted breads. They do take all day, but we got nothing but time.
How long will we rise them?
We're gonna rise them for 1 hour. So we're gonna put them back in our oven with the light on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put these things back on top of them, and we will see you in an hour. They're gonna double again, and then we're gonna put little crosses on them.
So then they will quadruple altogether.
Good math.
Hiya, mate. My name's Bob, and here are your peas.
That's us.
Hey!
So it's been exactly an hour.
1 hour.
We're gonna take these guys out of the oven.
No, 1 minute.
Here's mine. Corbs, grab yours. Those are my buns. Them are my buns.
These are mine.
You have to pipe these little crosses on there.
And it's just flour and water.
And it's just flour and water. I made this while we were waiting. I'm gonna cut a little corner off of this. I'm gonna pipe some crosses. And then Corbs is gonna have a chance too. So
and I'm not gonna do a. Okay.
he might not do the traditional thing. Okay. So, oh yeah, not bad. I'm just gonna go like this, cross, cross. You know what? We just do the best we can.
The best we can.
You hold it, one hand around there, and then you squeeze lightly with the other hand. You can do crosses or stripes or whatever you want. I did crosses. Corbs is gonna do something weird. We have some sprinkles because we like to put sprinkles on things. You're gonna put a couple sprinkles on there?
Eyeball. It's gonna be creepy. Bob's your uncle. There's some sprinkly pinklies. Not some pinkly sprinklies.
Okay, so now we're gonna put them in the oven. The oven has been preheated to 350 degrees. Okay, we're putting them in the oven. 350 degrees. We're gonna start with 20 minutes. We're gonna rotate halfway through. So we'll set the timer for 12 and then we'll rotate halfway through and it will be between 20 and 25 minutes until they're browned. Woo! All right, so we've baked them for about 25 minutes. We are gonna take them out of the oven. Here's mine, poofed up. Corbs. We're gonna brush some icing on them. So we made this little glaze out of 1 cup of powdered sugar and 3 tablespoons of orange juice.
Thanks, Bob. Can I be generous?
Yeah, be generous. We got all this glaze. Yes.
These things are overloaded. Like
We overload them. Okie doke.
okay, I'm joking.
We let them cool for 5 or 10. We're gonna scoop them out of this pan. And we're gonna put them on this drying rack. Bom, bom, bom. 1 big scoop.
2 big scoops.
2 big scoops. Here's buddy.
Kind of.
Can you handle it?
Not as hot, but woo! Thanks for
Watching Cooking with Corbs.
See you next time.
See you soon.
Well,
They turned out really good.
yeah.
But we will just let you know, it was a lot of work. We did have to sort of spend the whole day in and out
Yeah.
cooking these guys. But
It was worth it.
I think so too. Yeah, they're really good. Okay, thanks for watching Cooking with Corbs.
We hope yours turned out this good.